So often we try to live life in terms of attaining goals that our culture, our society values, whether it's career, promotion, modeling, money, how much damage we're doing to our children, to our girls, with all these images of perfection that are completely false.
I don't have any children, I'm not married.
Perfection, by whose standards?
Love,
Happiness, friendship,
Success.
Your life is going to change 100 times.
this is what I call my story.
So let's just start off and run one of these clips and see how it goes.
When I was 17, my parents became separated. I thought I was okay with it, but then I started acting differently. All of a sudden just became obsessed with what I was eating.
I did a lot of commercial work. I was kind of like the typical all-American girl, really outgoing and smiley and bubbly, and so they knew that they could market that really easily as like, look at this happy girl, like you'll be happy too, like if you do whatever she's doing or buy whatever she's selling. Modeling was just so exciting to me. Just, you know, I think every little girl, you idolize these magazine spreads.
I used to be so narcissistic because anorexia is very narcissistic. You don't care about anyone else except yourself.
She looks a little bit like my daughter, who is now 23, and who went through a similar experience shortly after my divorce. It's made us as a family very, very aware of the images we project.
I was like dancing still when I was modeling, and they told me to stop dancing because my thighs were too big. And I was just confused as to how I was ever supposed to look some way that my body wasn't meant to. I literally, like, physically could not fit into that except if I was starving myself.
It was definitely like this, like I have so much control. And if you think about it, I'm not going to college yet, there's no one around, my parents aren't together, I'm miserable, I get to control this. I can't control any of that for some reason, but I can completely control what my body looks like, and that is power. And I have power, and I'm back in control.
Unfortunately, very often we learn through pain. I wish it wasn't so, but when I look back at my life, it's all these things that also made me tap into my own resilience and helped me see that I was more than any one of these circumstances.
It was just a really pivotal moment where I was like, why am I so worried about what these people think of me when I'm disposable to them? Things kind of fell into place about what I should be prioritizing, and I was like, I should be prioritizing my own happiness more than anything else.
One of my brothers stepped in, because he stepped in to say something finally. He was just like, I know about your eating, I know you have a problem, and you have to understand that it's mind over matter, that you can get over it. And for some reason, something just clicked. And I was like, yeah.
And then I found art, and I just started taking a lot of pictures and doing stuff for my high school. I applied to one art school, and that's where I am now, and it was the best decision of my entire life. It allows me to like process where I was, who I am now, and where I'm going, and what I really want to be like.
I've had a very strong moment with myself. Just this past summer, I took myself running for like the first time. I ran and I ran and I ran, and it was amazing. I felt so alive, and I just started crying. Like I was hugging myself, like I was thanking my body like for not giving up on me, like giving me a second chance to get back on my feet. And I'm grateful for it every single day.
In the end, it's about how we feel inside and what is it that nourishes us and what is it that we love doing. When we dare to do that, instead of living someone else's life really, it's dramatic how everything changes.
I mean, I've overcome so much. Like, wow, I can do this. Like, I can actually do this, so why can't I do other things?
For me, it's really seeing every part of my life, including the most painful parts, as having gotten me to where I am now, as being an essential part of the puzzle.